Welcome everyone to Press Pause. We created Press Pause online to give people a space for some moments of quiet and calm in the midst of our often very busy and active lives. And sometimes in this activity we lose contact with our bodies, our hearts, our deeper selves. So we take this moment together just to reconnect and to be. So before we begin, I acknowledge with respect the traditional custodians of my country, land of the Budawang people of the Yuin Nation. And if you know the custodians of the land you're on, please pay your respects. I acknowledge and thank the elders past, present and emerging, and have deep gratitude for their ongoing care of this land. May we all care for it together in the future and in the present. Now bringing ourselves into this space together, finding a comfortable position, one that is able to be held for the next 20 minutes. Could be sitting or lying down. Either is fine. Closing our eyes if we're comfortable to, and letting ourselves arrive fully in this position. Feeling our bodies release the activity of the day so far. Letting the whole body relax and open. So briefly run your mind's eye over the length of your body, and if there are any places in which there is a holding, a sense of contraction or tension, invite that place now to relax. You can bring a deeper breath into that part of the body and relax it that way. You can briefly tense it and relax again. Or you can simply bring your attention to where any tension is and just gently invite it with your mind to relax. Not forcing, not pushing, just gently observing, opening, and inviting this ease into the body. Now placing our attention on the lower belly, the abdomen. Just allowing the breath to deepen into the lower part of the belly. Moving in through the nose, down the throat, through the lungs, into the lower belly. And then out again from the lower belly, up through the lungs, through the throat, and out through the nose or the mouth, whichever is more comfortable. The speed or the rhythm is entirely up to you, just following your own pace, allowing the breath to lead your attention in through the lungs and down into the lower belly, and then back out from the lower belly through the lungs, out through the nose or the mouth. You may notice that just simply by putting our attention on the breath in a relaxed way like this, the breath starts to slow and to deepen on its own. So allowing our breath now to breathe itself, relaxing around the lungs and the abdomen, really allowing the breath to soothe us in to a place of ease and openness. Now gently releasing our attention on the breath, releasing that attention or that focus, and shifting to the sounds we can hear. So making sure for this part that our eyes are closed. When we do that, our sense of hearing becomes more acute. And just listening for whatever sounds may be reaching your ears. You may be in a very busy, noisy office space. There may be the sounds of traffic or lawn mowing or children playing. There could be rain falling, waves, conversation. Or you may be in a quiet space where there's very little sound. But whatever the amount of sound, the volume, or the nature of the sound, just allowing your attention to just softly rest on whatever sounds you can hear. Really consciously opening the ears and listening first of all to what is immediately obvious around us, what first takes our attention. And then moving our attention further and further out to sounds that are perhaps more subtle, more soft, further away. Just gently, relaxedly listening. So as we are lying or sitting here listening, opening our ears to whatever is around us, listening to the surface sounds, listening to the deeper sounds, we may start to notice that the sound comes out of nowhere and disappears again. So every sound that we hear comes out of a larger quiet, a space and a quiet. The sound is forming from this underlying silence. That's where the sound is coming from, and that's where the sound returns. So, seeing now if we can shift our attention subtly from the sounds that we are hearing to where the sounds are coming from, the source of the sounds, where they emerge from and where they disappear back into. So this is quite subtle, so don't be concerned if you can't feel it or hear anything specific. Rather, exploring what underlies all of the sounds that are coming to your ears. Exploring that quiet, that silence underlying the sounds. While we explore this sound and this silence, seeing if you can sense any qualities in the quiet that's underlying all things. See if you can sense there may be an openness or space or lightness. There may be the opposite, a kind of dark, close, intimate quality. Sensing if there is anything underlying all the sound in your experience. If the quiet and the silence have qualities that you can sense. So just softly and gently observing the quiet and the silence. Now moving one step a little deeper in, Seeing if there is not only a sense of sound emerging and disappearing into a great quiet, a silence underlying, but seeing if there is also there a sense of presence, a vast, subtle presence, perhaps with a sense of sentience or knowing. This is very subtle, so if you can't feel this, it's absolutely fine. And just to pay attention to the silence, the quiet, or the sounds is fine. But see if you can also, below those senses, feel a kind of presence all around you, a presence that is vast and in which all that you can hear and feel is occurring. So resting now into this sense that there is this vast presence. For each of us, that will have a different flavor, a different quality. It may be light and spacious and open. It may be dark and warm and intimate. It may be neither of those things. But just resting now into a basic sense of presence, of vast, open presence. So noticing now that to whatever extent you can feel this presence, that you are held in it, and there is a great sense of calm and ease, and almost a sense of homecoming. This is our true nature, quiet and present, open and clear. And this is where peace and well-being reside. And the silence lead us to it. So thanking now this silence, this presence, this space. Let's start to return to the room we're in, listening again to the sounds that are around us, feeling the sensation of the floor beneath our body or our feet. Just feeling our body again, returning to it, and slowly opening our eyes. And see if, as you do this, you can retain a little sense of this spacious, knowing presence that is us, and see if we can carry that with us into the rest of our day. So thank you for participating this week. We hope to see you again next Wednesday. And if you wish to talk to any of the grief care team members in the meantime, please email team@griefcare.com.au or call 0296466908.